Do you know Mercosur, or do you ever heard something about it? And will be this organization South America's powerhouse? Let's talk about it. I'm the Real European, and this is Beside News, the show where we will talk about topics and things which are underrated in the mainstream media, and also we will ask if some news in the mainstream media are clickbait, fake news, or opinion based on news based on opinions. That's correct. So yeah, it's gonna start with our topic today. It's Mercosur, a South American organization of some states. So today, Mercosur is an organization with the member states of Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. And suspended member is Venezuela. You know that after the clashes and the civil war and the constitutional crisis in Venezuela in 2016, was this country because of that suspended because of this political crisis. And yeah, we have also some observer countries. These are New Zealand and Mexico. And we have associated countries, and these are Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and Guyana. And we have one country which won't be a part, and this is sorry, I must read it. It's Colombia. Or, sorry, no, it's Bolivia. So, yeah, we have South America, and also it's very important to know that Mercosur, it's the only country, or not the only country, the only organization which is sustainable on this country. So Mercosur was also founded in the late 2000s, but it survived all crises because we have now some organizations on the South continent which exist, but they have only one or two or three member states, so they are not important. But Mercosur is very important because it has these two powerhouses, Argentina and Brazil, as member states. And it could be also that Chile or Ecuador or Colombia will be member states in future. So then there will be this powerhouse organization on the continent, which will be also a good thing for these countries because then they can work together to fight or to have a better position when they talk with the EU or with the US or with the Asian countries like China or with Australia and so on and so on. You know the point. But why they haven't so this power in Mercosur? Because of some things. Firstly, I will talk a little bit or will explain a little bit why they haven't so good structures in this organization and also what is their goal. So yeah, for example, Mercosur is an intergovernmental organization and a custom union, so that they have one government for all of them. So they have a president, and the incoming president is the president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, and there begins the first problem. A statesman is also the president, so he's the president, incumbent president, and the incumbent president of an organization. But the big thing is that Brazil is for the Brazilian president more important than an country organization. So that I think he's thinking that his country is first, and then at second comes this organization. So there begins the first problem. And then they have the problem that all these states have different histories and they have different clashes between each other. So like Brazil had clashes in the past with Argentina, or Argentina with Uruguay, and so on and so on. So there are so many conflicts and different views about topics that they can talk today about things like, okay, how we can manage that our economies can work better together. But then it's end. So there is no conclusion about how we can build a market like the Eurozone, or how we can reach trade deals like European countries do it under the European Union, or like how we can work together in our politics with other countries or other organizations, or how we will work in the United Nations. Will we work together, or will we work in different ways? Have we different goals in the United Nations? Because we see today that some European nations like Germany, France, Spain, Italy, they work together in the United Nations. So they say, okay, we have one goal, let's work together, and then we can reach something. But in South America, we see that these states are very often work alone. So like Brazil is a member of the BRICS nation. So BRICS is an organization between Brazil, China, Russia, South Africa, and India. But Brazil is the only member from South America. But why? And Brazil is there working for its own, not for other countries. So this means that Brazil is also in Mercosur, which is a South American organization, and in BRICS, which is an intercontinental organization, but it's in favor of Brazil and not for the other member states or of Mercosur or the other states in South America. So we have an organization which goal is to be like the European Union, so they have that they don't need a passport when they travel to other countries, also a personality ID, and so very big problems. But why? I will ask now this question: would it be realistic that Mercosur will be work in future like the European Union? And yes, it will, because of one thing, because Mercosur has also a parliament which is voted by the people, so that people in Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay are voting for representatives, which will be then have a seat in the parliament of Mercosur. So this is very important. So like the European Union has also a parliament. And this will be bring also the people together and also at the end the states. Because we know today when parliamentarians, so the member of the parliament, when they're working together, then also you have structures beyond borders. And then also it will be happen that NGOs and other organizations will be work together in different countries, like there will be no border for them. And then it was also the feeling for the people that there is no border. Yes, you have on the map it, but not in reality and not in the feeling. So when this will be changed, and it could be because they have this organization like a parliament and like a Mercosur commission, but we have the problem that, I know you know it, and I told that Lula da Silva is not the president of these both organizations, of Mercosur and Brazil, so his country. When this will be also changed, then I think there will be very much process. But the biggest thing is here that the people in South America want this process. That not I can say everything, and also other people can everything about it, and they can think also everything about it. But the very big thing is that the people of South America, when they want an organization like the European Union or in a different way, but under Mercosur, then they will vote for it, then they will say it, and there will be then political movements which will be in favor of this. And this could be the future for South America, and not that I am or other people are saying that it could be. Thank you very much. This was Beside News with me, the Real European.